Joining me now in Washington is Republican strategist Ford O'Connell and Eleanor Clift, a contributor for Newsweek and the Daily Beast. Good to see you both.
Good to see you, Rosemary.
I should say, Ford O'Connell, if this speaks to his credibility or what maybe he didn't know when he signed off on it, but I guess the question becomes, is this enough to take Holder down, and is this going to be a political problem for the White House?
Well, I think it is going to be a political problem for the White House. Here's the deal. Eric Holder did sign off on the subpoena of James Rosen, the reporter, and he attempted to parse his words in Congress, and I think his credibility shot, and now he wants to really investigate himself. He kind of lost all credibility there. Look, Eric Holder's done very little to promote the trust and transparency within the rule of law in America, from Fast and Furious to the Black Panther voting rights controversy. Republicans aren't particularly happy, but frankly, the American press has really backed Holder to the hilt, and essentially, Eric Holder could be on his way out. I think he'll probably be done if these hearings continue somewhere around fall, and I think it's likely that he could be replaced by Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick. But hey, let's take a wait-and-see approach, but I definitely think that Eric Holder's in hot water, and he knows it.
Let me get Eleanor Clift just to weigh in on Eric Holder's future. Do you think that this will be his undoing?
I think Congress has already voted Eric Holder in contempt. So there's a lot of politics going on here.
Okay.
So I don't see his job.
Well, I do agree with you, Eleanor, that there is a lot of politics going on here, but his biggest defenders have been the media, and they feel, look, there's times that national security trumps the First Amendment, but they feel he hasn't been very honest, and frankly, his credibility is going down with his biggest defenders, and while he's been a loyal Obama foot soldier, I think his time is done.
Okay, I want to change topics if I can.
Not about the media.
I want to...
And the media has been very tough on him, as they are right now.
McCain has been advocating for more direct support of the rebels. Is that kind of support in Syria, that kind of involvement in Syria, something that Republicans will support for it?
Well, I think we have to do something in Syria. I think Senator John McCain's right. No one's advocating boots on the ground, but between the possible use of chemical weapons, which this president drew a red line in the sand over, and the increased activity of Hezbollah in the region, means that we've got to do something. And by dragging our feet, this president is really hurting America's credibility in the region to deal with rogue actors. And I also think another thing that's hurting here is, while this administration doesn't have a plan, and I'm not saying there's a lot of great options on the table, I think this administration is haunted by the specter of Iraq, and it's really hurting our ability to engage in foreign policy and possible future conflicts.
Okay, I want to get to Michelle Bachmann, because she is not going to see a fifth term in Congress, and I know Ford O'Connell will have something to say about this. Here's a little bit of a video announcement today. So, strange video, sort of maybe the door might be open, a crack there. Ford O'Connell, did Republicans breathe a sigh of relief today?
They absolutely did. They breathed a giant sigh of relief that Michelle Bachmann's not running in 2014. Look, I salute Michelle Bachmann for defending her conservative ideals, but she became a captive of her own media persona and became a massive distraction of the Republican Party. Earlier this week, former Republican presidential candidate Bob Dole said the GOP needs to close itself for repairs and really do some soul searching, and he was really thinking about Michelle Bachmann when he made that statement.
Okay, we got through a whole bunch there. I appreciate it very much. Ford O'Connell and Eleanor Clift in Washington. Thanks to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rosemary.